case, Barabbas. Let's talk about him. Jesus, coffee. Who is Barabbas? So I'm going to go into a passage in Matthew. Barabbas is talked about in all four Gospels. So I'm going to go into the Matthew 27, and talk about Barabbas and who Barabbas is, who Barabbas was, and who Barabbas is. And there's a reason I say who Barabbas is. So I'm going to start and I'm going to go through verse 15 through 26 and talk about. So now at the feast, because this is Passover, so now at the feast, the governor was accustomed to releasing to the multitude one prisoner whom they wished. And at that time, they had a notorious prisoner called Barabbas. Therefore, when they gathered together, Pilate said to them, "Whom do you want me to release to you? Barabbas?" Good morning, Felipe. "Or Jesus, who is called Christ?" For he knew that they had handed him over because of envy. While he was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent to him, saying, "Have nothing to do with that just man," referring to Jesus, that he was just and innocent. "For I have suffered many things today in a dream because of him." But the chief priests and elders persuaded the multitudes that they should ask for Barabbas and destroy Jesus. The governor answered and said to them, "Which of these two do you want me to release to you?" They said, "Barabbas." Pilate said to them, "What then should I do with Jesus, who is called Christ?" They all said to him, "Let him be crucified." Then the governor said, "Why? What evil has he done?" So even Pilate, this is Pontius Pilate, even Pilate is asking the people, why? This man is innocent. What evil has he done? Pilate was pleading for Jesus. But they cried out all the more, saying, "Let him be crucified." When Pilate saw that he could not prevail at all, but rather that a tumult was rising, these people were starting to get angry, he took water and washed his hands before the multitude, saying, "I am innocent of the blood of this just person. You see to it." So he's washing his hands of it, saying, "Good morning, Keith. What's going on, my brother? Happy Good Friday." He's washed his hands of this, saying, "I'm innocent of this. This is on you." And he goes in to say that. And the people answered and said, "His blood be on us and on our children." Then he released Barabbas to them, and when he had scourged Jesus, he delivered him to be crucified. So Pilate wanted nothing to do with that because he knew Jesus was innocent. So I said, who was Barabbas and who is Barabbas? The reason I say who is Barabbas is because look in a mirror. You're Barabbas. I am Barabbas. And why do I say that? Because we were set free when we were guilty. Jesus was chosen over us. He was chosen, his death was chosen instead of ours. We are Barabbas. We are guilty and deserving of eternal separation from God and deserving of death, spiritual death. But that's not what we receive. We received freedom. We were set free by his blood, by his beating, by his crucifixion, by the blood he spilled at Calvary. We were set free. So we are Barabbas. We are the ones who are guilty. He was not innocent and just. And in the garden, told the Father, yet not my will be done, but your will be done. Did he want to go to the cross? No, he didn't want to go to the cross. He knew it was what needed to be done. And he went to the cross. But that's who Barabbas, we are Barabbas, guys. And that's how much he loved us. He took a beating that no man could endure. And in that moment where he drank that cup of wrath and he uttered those words in Matthew 27:46, and I'll read them. When he uttered these words, the Trinity was torn apart. The Trinity was separated. Good morning, Craig. And about the 9th hour, Jesus cried out with a loud voice, saying, Eli, Eli, lama sabachthani. That is, my God, why have you forsaken me? In that moment, the Trinity was torn apart. The Father and the Spirit were without the Son because they had to forsake the Son until they resurrected the Son. Because he loved us. Because God loved us so much, he tore his Trinity apart so that our torn apart relationship could be reconciled. He knew that in his resurrection, he would reconcile the Trinity, and the Trinity would be united in one again. Just like our relationship that was torn apart in the garden would be reconciled on the cross, would be reconciled on Sunday when his body was resurrected. That's why I love the song by Phil Wickham, Friday's good because Sunday is coming. Because today, as believers, it's a mourning day for us, because it's hard for me to think about him going to the cross. But I'm grateful that he did. Because my eternity and your eternity is dependent on him doing that. Salvation can never be achieved by us. It can only be achieved by what he did on the cross. So, grateful for that. Grateful for him doing that, but yeah. So, Trinity torn apart to be reconciled on his resurrection. Our relationship torn apart in the garden to be reconciled on the cross and with that empty tomb. So I'll post a link to Sunday is Coming. Such fantastic song and powerful lyrics. And it's always fitting for life. And Friday's good because Sunday is coming. When we know when we're going through something hard, God's going to walk us through that and lead us out the other side, because that's what he does. So Friday's good because Sunday is coming. So I'll post that in the link, and I'll post a link of that in the comments, and you guys will have it. But I love you guys. I know he loves you like crazy. I will be going to... Yes, thank you, Lord. Because, yeah. Today's always an emotional day because of what he's done. Yeah, I know, I'm a big crybaby. Yeah, my mermaid shaking her head. Yeah, yes. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go to a Good Friday service today if you guys can go, and then early Sunday morning for Yes, ours is at 7. If there's a live stream for it, I'll live stream. I don't know if there will be a live stream for it because it's... So, I love you guys. I know he loves you like crazy. I'll do a video Sunday morning of Easter. I usually do. So I'll do a video on Sunday morning. So we'll be back Sunday. Whatever Dad wants to talk about. I love you guys.